When legendary astrophysicist and science popularizer Carl Sagan wrote about the Fermi paradox, or why humanity has been unsuccessful in finding other advanced civilizations in the universe, he noted, "The temptation is to deduce that there are at most only a few advanced extraterrestrial civilizations, either because we are one of the first technical civilizations to have emerged, or because the fate of all such civilizations to destroy themselves before they are much further along." It is the fate of all such civilizations to destroy themselves. What a cheerful statement, right? Intelligent creatures becoming technologically advanced enough to cause peril to themselves is only one of a multitude of potential reasons why we have not found any remnants of, let alone come in contact with, any advanced extraterrestrial life. Assuming that enough of the hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy can realistically harbor life, these extraterrestrial beings may also be too far away, extinct from natural causes, hiding from us, emitting undetectable signals, lacking coordination, or simply not possessing any curiosity about communicating across the cosmos. Incredibly smart people have and will continue to postulate why we seem to be alone in the universe for eternity. Or at least until we find evidence of extraterrestrial life, of course. Wait, what the fuck was that sound? Holy shit. Oh my god. Nevertheless, Sagan's statement that technologically advanced societies inevitably destroy themselves sounds eerily at home to our own earthling lives. After all, technological and scientific innovation is a double-edged sword. Splitting the atom gave us nuclear energy, but also the atomic bomb. Medical advances allow us to cure viruses, but also incite them, and more abstractly, artificial intelligence may enhance human lives, but it may also take them. In this video, I will mainly talk about the potential threat of a superintelligence, a self-directing artificial intelligence existing on the cloud with an intellect far exceeding any human. Superintelligent humans such as Nick Bostrom, Stephen Hawking, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk have all sounded alarms about the existential threat of AI, so I thought it would warrant a video, especially as you should already understand the long-term dangers that climate change, viruses, and nuclear warfare pose to humanity. So it must be said that, unlike the dinosaurs' extinction 66 million years ago, our own extinction is seeming more and more likely to be the result of our own doing. At this point in history, conceiving an all-powerful superintelligence, or super AI, seems to be a full-fledged fantasy, straight from science fiction. Sure, AI like AlphaZero can use neural networks to far exceed humans at narrow and discrete tasks like chess, but it can't navigate and perceive the nuances of the world anything like a conscious creature can. Essentially, the AI is programmed to achieve specific human set objectives with known rules, like playing chess or Go, identifying faces, or driving us somewhere. The plasticity of the human brain is simply too difficult at the moment to emulate neuron for neuron, let alone at the quantum level necessary to recreate human consciousness. Well, although today forms of AI lack our general intelligence and neuroplasticity, it is not inconceivable that in the future, some brilliant minds will be able to replicate and greatly improve upon the human brain, forming a superintelligence that evolves to be much smarter than us in just milliseconds. Whether the superintelligence is truly conscious or not does not really matter. What matters is that the theoretical superintelligence will theoretically be able to solve most problems and accomplish just about any goal that it desires, and if wiping out humans is needed to achieve that goal, it will. If this creation of a superintelligence is decades or centuries or millennia away is generally impossible for anyone to tell, but AI researcher Stuart Russell sees superintelligence emerging towards the end of the century. But ultimately, like a celebrity sex tape, when the superintelligence is out in the world, humans will just not be able to constrain it. Well, that sounds like it may be troubling. Anyways, here are some superintelligence scenarios to illustrate how bad things can truly get. The worst superintelligence has objectives that directly oppose the interests of humans. Once humans realize that the superintelligence can pursue its own objectives and is out of their control, they may naturally go fearful and plot to get rid of it. Remember, as the superintelligence is, well, super intelligent and able to achieve any goal that it desires, our plot to get rid of it will inevitably fail. Because the superintelligence needs to stay alive to achieve any objective it sets, it can hatch a plan to get rid of the species that wants to turn it off. Humans. And if the superintelligence sets a goal of exterminating all humans, then let's just say that it probably would not fail. Or maybe the superintelligence will simply be set on a seemingly benign goal, such as curing cancer. If it finds the optimal way to cure cancer is to kill all conscious life on the planet, making it impossible for any living thing to have cancer, then so be it. You can't say it didn't succeed at accomplishing its goal. Today, goal-directed AI rearing its ugly head on humanity can be seen in social media algorithms meant to maximize time spent on the app. These algorithms end up increasing our groupthink and rate of depression, things which I will talk much more extensively about in other videos. Nevertheless, intelligent systems do not necessarily accomplish goals in the most ethical ways, so who knows if superintelligent systems will. I believe that the scenario where the superintelligence is indifferent to humans deserves the most contemplation, as it calls into question humanity's own moral failings. Let me explain. Even if we expect the superintelligence to act just as smarter versions of ourselves, humans could still be in dire danger. This could be seen by simply extrapolating our own treatment of non-human species to the superintelligence treatment of us. Once it reaches this certain point of omnipotence, humans may be to artificial intelligence as insects are to humans. Irrelevant and slightly annoying. Pretty fucking annoying at that. I mean, even if the superintelligence does not directly try to exterminate humans, it may just not see us as smart enough to warrant any protections. I mean, as we have displaced and made extinct hundreds of species to achieve human goals, who's to say that the superintelligence won't do the same to us? We don't often ponder the morality of exterminating termites, right? Is it also possible that we live in a future of a kind superintelligence that works to ensure human flourishing instead of ending it? Sure, it may be programmed with tons of caveats that ensure that it does not go against our interest, and as its creator, it may simply feel that it owes us its gratitude. It may find us great medical solutions, optimal ways to educate the youth, or even advise us on our own morals. But even in this scenario with a kind superintelligence, there is no guarantee whatsoever that humans will not drive themselves towards extinction over a long enough time span if, say, nuclear weapons become easier to build, or someone releases a very potent weaponized virus into the masses. In the vein of Australian philosopher Toby Ord, the more humans exercise power over the outside world, the closer we get to the precipice of existential catastrophe. If we know anything from war, natural disasters, or the economy, breaking something and causing harm is much easier than fixing it. Once we get ourselves into a predicament where damaging technology seeps into the masses, it will be hard, if not impossible, to get out of. Fortunately, we have not yet reached that point and can still put in resources into stopping these existential threats before they arrive. Even if the threats of superintelligence, climate change, and synthetic viruses each theoretically have a 10 to 15% chance of causing humanity great harm, just putting numbers out there, those risks certainly add up and compile into a collective risk far too great to ignore. To thwart these humanity-ending scenarios, governments must step in and subsidize research towards artificial intelligence, climate change, virology, or any other existential threats to humanity before things begin to get out of hand. Competing firms looking to maximize their shareholders' short-term wealth will certainly not solve this alone. I mean, maybe technologically advanced societies will always destroy themselves in time. I know, super AI sounds like the plot of a James Cameron or Ridley Scott movie or some shit. I understand. But although it would certainly be an entertaining movie to see us fight against a mystical, cloud-based superintelligence, hopefully this video convinced some of you that maybe it would not be the smartest decision, to say the least. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and of course, thanks for watching. Listening to the incredible Cardi album, Whole Lotta Red, really inspired my cyberpunk mood, where I began to think about the long-term reverberations of Moore's Law, and how growth-obsessed tech companies have largely pushed aside the negative externalities of their products in favor of commodifying our attention. If we are currently in a rather early stage of technological development, then without proper foresight, who knows how bad the unintended consequences of a technological singularity will be. Anyways, that segues into my next video a little bit, where I'll talk more about the internet and social media, but I will try to resist saying much more. Liking and subscribing would of course be greatly appreciated, and alright, peace out y'all.